Hi guys, welcome back to Dan's World, and today we are going to be doing a little bit more work on our permanent house. Well, in the previous episode, we built basically everything that you see here. We've begun the construction on our house, which included this entranceway here, and we even got this kitchen dining area in. So today we're going to be moving on to this area here, which is going to be our sort of crafting area and chest area. It's basically going to be our main storage hub. So I've been hard at work planning out the design of this in a creative test world. So yeah, I'm just going to hop into that creative test world and show you a little bit of what this area is going to look like. So I've just loaded up the test world, and as you can see, this is what the room is hopefully going to look like. I did show this the plan off for the build a little bit in the previous episode. However, I didn't really go in depth, and this has changed a little bit since then. For example, I've added the fireplace and things. But yeah, this is how it's going to look. So in the middle here, I've got sort of like a little centre island, which just has like a crafting table, and it's just sort of a decorative table. And then here, I'm just going to have a large assortment of chests where everything is going to be nicely stored away. Then I've got the fireplace here, which just adds a little bit of decoration, just adds a little bit of atmosphere. And then a chair for, like sitting. And then crafting tables on the floor. Why crafting tables on the floor? Why not crafting tables on the floor? There's also lanterns on the ceiling, because why not? And that's going to cost me quite a bit of iron, but you know what? It's for the aesthetic. So yeah, that's the basic plan, and now let's hop over back to the main world. And now that we're all on the same page, I'm going to start getting the walls in. So as I have done elsewhere, it's going to be the exact same with the pattern of stone and stone bricks. So let's go ahead and get that all filled in. So I've just put all the walls in, and you can see I've followed that same pattern of stone and stone bricks. So now I just need to fill this all in along here with oak planks, and this will make up the floor of the room. So that is the floor all put in like so, and you can see the room start to come together. Obviously there's still a few things missing, but you can see it sort of begin to take shape. But now what we need to do is we need to get the roof on, and that is made out of spruce like it is in here. But once again, I was not prepared for the build and have to go home in order to grab that spruce. And why does it always rain like every 2 seconds in this world? I suppose it's a good thing that we're building the roof then, if it's raining. So the base structure is now in. We've got the walls in, we've got the roof in, we've got the floor in. Now we just need to focus on the more decorative aspects and the more functional aspects. So over here is going to be a fireplace, but I'm going to come back to that a little bit later on. That's basically just purely decorative, and is just going to add that little bit of atmosphere. But yeah, that's not a right now problem. I'm going to come back to that a little later on in the episode. So along this wall here is basically just going to be a massive chest wall, which hopefully should provide enough storage for us. But if not, I could probably push this wall back and just sort of raise the ground up a little bit. But hopefully we shouldn't have that issue. Now I just want to get some spruce slabs placed across there like so. The reason that I'm using slabs is so that I can put chests right there and they will still be able to open. Now that those are in, I want to get some stairs put in there just to cover up that little gap. So now I just want to sort of mimic the pattern of having those randomly placed around like so. So if we just take a step back, you can see how it's all come together there, and it just sort of helps to add a little bit of structure as well, which was something that I hadn't thought of. It sort of just makes it look a little bit more supported. So now we need to focus on the central area, because we had a little table here which had like a crafting table in it, and it was basically going to be like the main center point of the room. So we need to start off by finding the center of the room. And I believe this block should be the centre here, because it lines up there, and it should line up there. Perfect. That means that this is the centre of the room. Now we need to craft up some birch wood planks. Probably didn't need to craft that many, but I've crafted them now. So we've got some birch here either side, just to add that little bit of depth. Now we need to craft up some spruce wood stairs like so. That's not going to be enough. we need to craft up some more. That should be roughly, no, it's not going to be enough, but you know what, we just need to get these around here like so, and then you should start to get a little bit of an idea of how this centerpiece is going to look. Now, I do have the exact amount to finish it, and then that is that centerpiece all 100% completed. Now I'm just going to do that little ring of carpet around here. So the carpet needs to go along here like so, and it just needs a 1 block gap from that middle bit there, and then the carpet just needs to go all the way around. Oh, I need to craft up some more. And then there we go, that's it all in, and as you can see, it just adds a little splash of colour to the room because the walls are all grey, and then we've got just wood. It just adds that nice splash of colour. And what I could do is I could maybe put like some glowstone or something under there just to add a little bit more lighting to the room because I don't think that the lanterns do enough. Do you know what? I really like that idea, so I'm going to go back over to the house, and I'm going to go and do that right now. So I've just put the glowstone under here, so I've put one in each corner of the carpet here, and it just adds that nice little bit of lighting without ruining the aesthetic of the room. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and craft up some more glass panes, and I'm just going to put in the windows in here like so, just to sort of mark the exterior of the room complete, you know, like the main foundation of the room being complete. There's just a few more furnishy type things that need to be put in, but that is roughly everything. Well, the key things done for this room. Couple more glass panes just to finish off this window like so, and then that's all complete, allowing the light to come in, and now we just need to do a couple final things. Now you might be thinking that I've finished with this room. Oh no, there's still a couple of things that I need to do. I need to add a lot more chests, but that's going to happen over time, I think, because that's going to be a mega project moving all my stuff over here. Might take me a while. But I also need to add in the fireplace, and I need to add in that little chair. So yeah, let's start off with the chair like so. So we just need a centre one there, a sideways one there, and a sideways one there, and then that's that little chair which is for sitting, obviously. Now I'm going to move on to this fireplace here because basically its main purpose is just to add a little bit of life to the build and a little bit of just atmosphere. But in order to do that, I need to head back to our storage area to grab a couple of materials that I'm going to need in order to build this. I've now got all the things that I need. I went and got some netherrack, a flint and steel, and some iron. Trust me, those things will make a little bit of sense in a moment. So one thing that I'm going to do before I start putting in the details on this fireplace is just double check that this is all stone. Yes, it is, just because I don't want to end up, you know, burning down all of our progress that we've made so far, because obviously we're going to be using a lot of fire here. So we want to place some netherrack here to make sure that the fire does not burn out, because if you didn't know, netherrack makes it so that the fire will not burn out. Now I'm going to hop over to the crafting table here, and I'm going to put these iron ingots in here in this assortment like so. Then it will give me 16 iron bars, which I can then go and place along here. This is to make sure that myself or Wolfie don't end up, you know, being burnt alive. We don't want that to happen, do we? So now we're going to use the flint and steel here like so to then light a fire there. And I'm just going to stand here for a little while and monitor it just to make sure that none of the fire spreads. It didn't spread in the test world, but you can never be too safe. After sitting and watching the fireplace for a little while, I'm 99% sure that we are safe and our house is not going to burn down. Hopefully. Now I'm just going to continue putting in the final chest just to fill up this wall of chest just to see how much of it we can get done. Hopefully we'll be able to get quite a bit of it done, but I don't want to use too much of my materials, so I'm just going to try and get as many done as I possibly can. I've used quite a bit of wood there, and I've got, well, a small amount of the chests in, but yeah, I'm going to continue working on that a little bit later on, but we won't worry too much about that just yet because we're not currently using this as our storage room. That will come once I've transferred all of the things across. We're going to change focus now to the more decorative aspects, and we're going to create some lanterns, and we're also going to make a couple of chains. So let me just remember how this works. So that should be all of the chains necessary in, and now I just need to put the lanterns on top like so, Oh, I need one more lantern, and then that is all the lanterns in place, and you can see the room come together really nicely. All that's left to do to mark this room as complete is to go and fill all of that up with some more chests. But you know what, I want to get as much of this completed in today's episode as I possibly can, so I'm literally just going to go and raid all of my wood supplies to get this completed. And that is the final chest just put in there, and now we have that wall all full of chests. So that's quite a bit of storage that we've got there, so it should take us quite a while to go through all that storage, and hopefully that shouldn't fill up anytime soon. I've made a little bit of a start on organising the chest. For example, this is the stone and cobblestone chest, and then this has the granite and diorite in. So I have made a small start. Well, I've only done those 2 chests there, but it's a start nevertheless. It's going to take quite a while to get all of this organised. One thing that I have noticed is that there should be some blue carpet here in this entryway, just to add that splash of colour like we did in there, just to have that central theme of the blue, because we've got the blue in every room. We've got the blue over here on the countertops, we've got the blue here in the hallway, and then we've got the blue ring around this central crafting table. I've just realised I've got a crafting table. Crafting table? How didn't I realise that before? Well, this room is almost complete. Well, it's practically complete. I wouldn't say it's 100% complete. I still need to organise the chests, but apart from that, I would say that this room is essentially complete. But as we did in the previous episode, in order to classify a room as pretty much complete, we need to get Wolfie's review. So come on, Wolfie, what do you think of our brand new storage room? Please be very careful of the fire. I don't want you to get burnt, but what do you think? Do you like the crafting table? You like the blue? That's good. Oh, you like the table? That's good. That is very good. Well, with that review locked in there from Wolfie, Wolfie seems to be liking what we're doing with the house so far. So we're keeping that tradition going of Wolfie liking what we've been doing. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching today's episode of Dan's World, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.